Good morning, everyone. Today is January 7th, 2023, and day 7 of the Worthy Words. Okay, so yesterday I was pretty down. I'd had quite a bit of information overload. That is my phone that I put on silent, but there is one app in there that does not like to be silenced, even when I silence my phone. I don't know what I'm going to do about it, but at any rate, back on track. I was pretty down yesterday, and I did not get to the Worthy Words until last night. Yes, my windows are open. You can see out onto my back porch. So I did the Worthy Words last night. And I slept well, and I woke up this morning feeling pretty good. Now, I did get a phone call this morning. I've been dealing with things, but that's all right. That's all good. It's part of living today. So, I want to say that the Worthy Words last night worked. They worked in lightening my mood and elevated me, on top of the fact that I spend my time in prayer at times to my Creator, and I also just gave him the whole situation to him. So today I want to talk about the word called. Why is the word called on my Worthy Words list? So before I do that, I want to give once again the dictionary.com definition for the word called. And it is to cry out in a loud voice, to shout, to command or request to come. It can also mean, where's my mouse? There it is. To speak loudly as to attract attention, to shout, to cry, to make a short visit, stop at a place for some errands or business. And so I have been called. I've been called to speak my truth. I've been called to cry out in a loud voice to where people hear the truth of certain situations. Not that I need to prove myself, but there are so many lessons that can be learned from the past. Imagine if we never, ever took a look at what happened during World War II with Hitler. We wouldn't learn anything. Imagine if we never, ever looked at what happened to the Titanic and what caused it to sink. We would never learn anything. We have to take a look at the past, not live in the past, but look at the past to see what lessons we can get out of it so that we can move forward in a better world and not live that way anymore. So my truths are for educational purposes. My truths are for sorry, I'm having just a moment in which I need to take a deep breath because I'm not angry with you. I'm not angry with the people that watch my videos. And I don't want to come across angry. I do, however, know very strongly that I've been called to speak the truth. Now, disclaimer, I am not a psychologist. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a therapist. I am not a medical doctor. What I am is a victim of abandonment. I'm a victim of child sexual abuses. I am a victim of emotional abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, any kind of abuse you can think of. I've been, in my past, a victim of it. And because these things were not just once, were not just twice, these things were over and over and over again from the time I was a small child until I left home at 18, 17. And then I went back home for a little while when I was 18. And so this was a lifelong thing. And then I was in relationships. Not all my relationships. There were a lot of good relationships that I've had in the past that I did not marry for one reason or another. There was one fellow that asked or that told me he wanted me to marry him. But we knew that his lifestyle and my lifestyle would not mesh together very well. So we decided not to go down that road. I was married to a very good man who passed away. I have had good relationships, but I have also been involved in relationships that were not good, that also had their own skeletons in the closet. So I have learned a lot about relationships. I have learned a lot about myself. I've been in therapy since I was 11 years old. I don't claim to know it all, but I do know that there are a lot of lessons I've learned and that there are a lot of things that I can share and provide hope, provide how I've gotten through all these things. I've got a calling. I've been called to speak the truth so that others can learn. Did my children suffer? Yes, my children suffered. Did they go through as much as I went through when I was growing up? No, they did not. My children wouldn't know because they didn't live when I was going through all the things that I went through. But I do know that I fought to make changes. And there were so many generational curses in my family that there was no way possible for any one person to break all of them all at once. And just like I cannot blame my mother for the decisions other people made that affected my life in a negative way, my children cannot blame me for the things that others chose to do. I did my best to protect my children. I was not always successful. I am a human being that makes mistakes, but I also learn from my mistakes. I also get up and try again, and I don't know it all. So I make a mistake in one way, and then I learn, okay, that didn't work, so let me try this over here. Life is not only like a roller coaster, but in the words of Forrest Gump, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. You're going to pick one up and you're going to taste it and you're going to try it and you have no idea if you're going to like it or not. You just don't. And so I've been called to speak my truths, my story, the lessons I've learned, and to share it. It's my hope that you and your children don't have to go through what I went through when I was growing up, or some of the things my children went through when they were growing up. My children's lives were not perfect. They were not. I am the first to admit that. But I am also no longer the person I was in my 20s. I'm a different person today than I was back then because I have spent my life working on changing, working on learning and growing and being the person I am today. And that is something that some people never do in their lives. So I've been called to speak the truth so that we can learn together. We're all on this earth together. There's no reason we can't learn from each other. So, called is a worthy word. It's when you've been called to share your stories, you're worthy of sharing them. And I will not be silenced. Do I like that I'm having to share my stories? I was 11 years old when I was first asked to write my book. 11. And I was asked by multiple professional adults. And I finally got tired of being asked, and I finally asked one man, why? Why does everybody want me to write my book? And he said, because you have already lived through in your 11 years what most adults don't live through in their entire lives. That's a lot. That's a lot for an 11-year-old girl. That 11-year-old girl wanted nothing to do with writing a book about what I've been through. Nope. No way. Ain't gonna happen. Nope. And I ran from that. I ran from it. I did not want to tell my stories. But I've been called over and over and over again, asked by people that I meet and talk to. I'm asked question after question after question. What about this? What about that? I've made a lot of mistakes in my own life, and I'm willing to admit them. But it is not for me to take on what other people did to me. I'm not to take on that responsibility. That responsibility belongs to them. So, today, I'm explaining why the word called is on my list of worthy words. I lived. I survived. I survived through that. I have my children. I raised them a lot of times as a single parent. And I survived. And I survived the car accident. And I survived through the traumatic brain injury. And I survived through the memory issues. And I still don't have all of my memories. I might have 20% of the memories I had prior to the accident. Everything I know today, I've had to relearn. I had to relearn how to do math, how to build my vocabulary and speak and write. I had to relearn how to cook, how to sew, how to clean. I had to relearn how to be a parent. And you know what? I don't regret that I had to relearn that. Why? Because when I look back and I think about, based on the few memories that have come back during that time period, when I look back on them, I realize I was not the best parent I could have been. And I know why that was. I know why I was the parent that I was back then. But I am no longer that parent. I took the time to relearn things. And yes, it took time. Changing takes time. Forming new habits take time. And it takes even longer when you don't remember that you learned it, and you have to relearn it and relearn it and relearn it and relearn it and relearn it until it finally sticks. But I didn't give up, and that's what matters. I did not give up. And you shouldn't either. No matter what you're going through, you should not give up. So the word called is on my list of worthy words. So we did abundance yesterday. And today we did called. And I no longer remember what I said about the word abundance and why it's on my list of worthy words. And that's okay, because I still have the effects of memory issues from that car accident. But every day I'm going to do this. I'm going to get on here and I'm going to do these worthy words. And I cannot guarantee this Thursday because I have a procedure this Thursday and I have to be at the hospital. I think check-in is 10:30 this Thursday. But the prep stuff, I'm not going to be feeling well. And I haven't even looked at my instructions yet. I don't think I'm supposed to be drinking anything in the morning. I cannot guarantee this Thursday. I might. I don't know. I start my prep stuff Wednesday. So I cannot guarantee that I'm going to be doing my worthy words Wednesday night for Thursday. But I will try to be back here on Friday for the worthy words. So, with all that said, I don't want to take up too much of your day. I'm going to get right into the worthy words. I do believe that speaking the worthy words last night before bed was a really good thing because I woke up in a much better frame of mind today. Okay, so here I go. Abundance, accepted, acclaimed, accomplished, achieved, active, adaptable, admirable, admired, affluent, ahead of time, all things beautiful, amazing, animating, appealing, approved, assured, attractive, awake, awesome, awestruck, beaming, beautiful, believed, beloved, blessed, blessings, bountiful, brave, brilliant, called, calm, careful, caring, celebrated, certain, cheerful, cherished, cleansed, comedian, composed, content, courageous, creative, creator, dear, delighted, delightful, devoted, distinguished, divine, easy, ecstatic, elegant, encouraged, encouraging, endorsed, energy, engaging, essential, excellent, expectant, exponential, effective, efficient, empowered, energetic, insured, enthused, equitable, esteemed, ethical, experienced, expert, fabulous, faithful, fascinating, favored, flourishing, fond, fortunate, found, free, friendly, fulfilled, funny, gain, generous, genius, genuine, gleeful, glowing, good, graceful, great, growth, happy, harmonious, harmony, healed, healthy, heard, heartfelt, helped, helpful, honored, idea, igniting, imagination, immersed, impressive, income, increase, independent, informative, innovative, inspired, inspiring, instinctive, intellectual, intuitive, inventive, joyful, jubilant, knowing, known, kind, knowledgeable, laugh, legendary, light, lively, lovable, love, lucky, marvelous, meaningful, memory, merit, miracle, miraculous, motivated, motivating, moving, natural, nice, nourished, nourishing, nurturing, open, opportunity, optimistic, overcomer, overjoyed, oxygen, paradise, peace, peaceful, perfect, physically fit, pleasant, plentiful, poised, popular, positive, possible, powerful, prepared, productive, progress, prominent, promise, prosperity, quality, quick, ready, reassured, reassuring, receiver, refined, refreshing, rejoice, relatable, relative, relaxed, reliable, remembered, remembering, repaired, resounding, rested, respected, restored, revived, rewarded, rewarding, right, safe, satisfied, secured, sensational, serene, shifting, skilled, skillful, soulful, sparkling, special, spirited, spiritual, star, stimulated, stimulating, stirring, strong, stunning, succeeded, successful, sunny, super supported, surprising, terrific, thankful, thorough, thrilling, thriving, timely, tranquil, transformational, transformed, triumph, trusting, truthful, understanding, understood, upbeat, upright, valued, vibrant, victorious, victory, virtuous, vital, vitalizing, wanted, watched over, wealthy, welcomed, whole, wholesome, willing, wonderful, wondrous, worthy, wow, youthful, zealous, amen. And here's to worthy words and being full of abundance and being called. little more to go. There we have it, the worthy words for today. And I will be back tomorrow. Hope you have a good day.